Hi, this is Dave Mass for HolmesCountyTicket.com. Welcome to Ticket TV, driven by Village Motors. We're joined in studio today by a couple of special guests, Garaway Cross Country Coach Chuck Zobel and Garaway, one of their star runners, one of their many star runners, Kenzie Widder. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Well, an exciting regional event this past weekend saw both your teams, boys and girls, come out on top in very close fashion between each other, I guess. The girls scored 40 points, the boys scored 41 points, so kudos to you girls for coming out on top. I know that was exciting for you guys to beat the guys. But Chuck, you guys have now, both the guys and the girls have made these runs to state now the past several years. What's kind of been the main factor in that continuing success?
Just the fact and how they approach it. Just simply, we're looking to be a big family. We're looking to make that statement rather than just trying to be a bunch of great runners and doing things in that fashion. We just have a little bit different way of going about things, and it's worked well for us. And
I know that you really do push the character part of the whole performance of running. That's a big deal to you, and character and faith has always been a big part of what you want to promote. So right. Talk a little bit about how that kind of factors into the whole process.
It's just the way God set it up. We try to practice that as much as possible, and it's, like I said, it's worked for us, and the kids really grasp onto it, and we're all one big happy family, and that's the way we approach it. So.
And you also haven't had any problem getting the kids to buy in to the program either, and that's another plus, I think, for any program, is when all your kids believe in what you're all trying to do as a collective unit. That really is something that all your guys, they run for each other, because I think a lot of people look at cross country as kind of an individual sport.
Right.
But they don't see it that way. I think all your guys and girls really do kind of view it as a team sport.
I agree, and when I took the program over a long time ago, I wanted to make it a home away from home. Sometimes things don't go well in our lives and things of that nature, and I always wanted to create the atmosphere, no matter if you're in the program or a graduate, you can always come back and you're always welcome, and it's just a good place to be where you're always accepted.
Well, it certainly is a program where I think everybody down there at state now knows you guys and recognize you when you come down there, which is always kind of nice. It's a little feather in your cap as a program. So.
Well, I hope so. I mean, and I just hope that they look at us for the way we approach it and try to do it honorably and humbly, and that's what we're looking for.
Absolutely. All right. Well, Kenzie, this is your senior year, and you really did burst onto the scene here in cross country your freshman year. 5th place at regionals?
Yes, at least.
And then at state, you did what that freshman year?
That was 20th.
Okay, so all Ohio, your very first year coming out of the gates.
Yep.
Then you were kind of beset by some injuries over the past couple of years, and that's kind of stalled your progress. This year, fully healthy now again, and running very well. She placed 5th again this year at the regional, and so you're probably looking for one of those top 25 finishes again.
Yep. Yeah,
so take us through the process of kind of dealing with the injury aspect of running, and I mean, cross country running is grueling enough the way it is, but when you heap injuries on top of that, it becomes extremely hard. How do you kind of power your way through that?
It's really hard. It's hard both mentally and physically, and I think a huge thing for our team is we always stick together, so the encouragement and the motivation that I still got from not only coach but my team was a huge part of that.
And I know too that your faith, and you talk about this a lot, has been a big part of that as well.
Yes.
And that has to be a comfort to you to be able to fall back on that too.
Yeah, of course, and to have a team who's going to encourage me through that aspect as well is a huge help.
So as a senior now, and it's really not a very old girls team, I mean, you guys have a lot of underclassmen who are really performing well.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be kind of the senior spokesperson on that team and kind of a leader and an example of these other girls?
It's a big role to take on, but they definitely encourage me, and they make it easy. They do. Coach always is a big one when he talks about leadership. That's huge to him, and so he's kind of taken me under his wing and showed me every step of the way how to become a leader. So.
Now, the other, I think, exciting thing for you here is you are the 2nd Garaway runner, at least the girls runner, who has qualified for state 4 times now. So congratulations on that. All 4 years going to state. Before that, it was Sarah Whitus, I believe, was the runner who had done that. So that's a pretty elite group there. Only 2 girls. How does that feel to have accomplished something like that?
It's kind of surreal. I've never thought of it that way, just because we've gone, you know, as a team for 3 years now. But it's surreal, it's exciting, but it's not, wasn't the goal, is just to make it to state. We have something beyond that.
Yeah, right. And you guys, I think you've improved every year that you've gone down there, have you not?
Well, they find a way to raise the bar every year. I don't know how they do it.
It's all coaching, Josh.
I don't think that, but I mean, they've really done that. Like, I mean, qualifying 9 to the state, I never thought that would happen. I didn't think we would get, what was it, like 5 or 6 last year.
Yeah.
So they find a way to just make it a little bit better, and they just do it for each other, like we talked about.
Yeah, and your guys just continue to improve as well. I think they finished 3rd last year and are looking for something even more exciting. I know they've got a title on their mind, as probably the girls do too. And
well, we're hoping so. We're just hoping to really just do our best down there and just see how that all works itself out.
So Kenzie, as you look back now, as your career starts to kind of wind down here, what are you going to take from this whole experience?
You know, the running aspect is a huge thing that I'll take from it, but I think the biggest thing isn't that. It's the character and the spiritual aspect of it that is going to carry me on for the rest of my life.
Yeah, that's something. Those things are wonderful things to be able to take from an athletic program. And really, if you look at high school sports, I'm sure that Chuck, you know this too as a coach, those are the things that you want to really truly promote. I mean, wins and losses, they'll come and go, but the character and building up that kind of thing with, you know, teamwork and hard work and that sort of thing, those are the things that can carry on through life for these kids.
Yeah, I'm hoping 20 years from now they'll be able to look back and just see all the things that they've done and not really remember, like, remember the friendships.
Yeah.
I mean, and remember what got you there, because that's what you really what you do remember in the end.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that that's what they remember. And we focus a lot about leaving everywhere with no regrets. Just walking away saying, if it was my best, it's good enough.
Yeah. Well, there you have it, from the coach and one of the star runners, and those are 2 teams that are just laden with all kinds of talent. So we wish you guys the best of luck this weekend, and we'll be down there rooting you on, and hopefully we'll see some fantastic efforts and some great finishes, and your final official high school race, I guess.
Yeah.
A tearful yet happy moment, I'm sure.
Yeah, bittersweet for sure.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
For HomesCountyTicket.com, I'm Dave Mass.